Y'all, this is a beautiful palette. It is gorgeous and it smells amazing. It smells like roses. Hey guys, this is your girl Niki J and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome, and I hope you enjoy the content here. And if you do, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, welcome back, and I am so glad that you have subscribed to my channel, and I hope you are enjoying everything that you're viewing here. So today we are going to be doing a makeup look. It's not a tutorial. I'm not giving you specifics on how to do a specific technique. It's just a look and introducing a new palette that you all will be able to try to go and pick up. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay guys, I haven't done a makeup video in quite some time, and I wanted to share this amazingly beautiful palette that I recently picked up, and it is the I Heart Revolution Turkish Delight palette. Y'all, this is a beautiful palette. It is gorgeous and it smells amazing. It smells like roses. Look at those colors. I mean, they're rich, vibrant, and everything, and like I said, it smells like roses, and it comes with this great mirror here. So I'm excited about this palette. And so today I have on black and like this turquoisey green. So I am going to kind of work within that palette. This does have some greens and some golds and some pinks and oranges and things of that nature. So I probably will work within that green and that gold, and maybe some of that. It just depends on how I feel. So I've already done my eyebrows off camera because that does take a little bit more time. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right on into today's video. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop right on into it. I am going to start off with this gold color here. It is called Baklava. Again, this is the Turkish Delight palette. So, of course, these names will be things that are relative to Turkey. So, I'm going to use Baklava. It's like a copper gold. Even though I have on silver earrings, I'll switch them out and make them gold. Make them gold. Put on gold earrings. So, this is a glitter. So, since this is a glitter, I am going to use, what am I going to use, y'all? I am going to still use that baklava color, but I'm going to start off with using this color here. It's called Fragrant, and it's kind of like a taupe. I'm going to swatch it real quick for you guys. It's very light. It's not focusing well, but I'm going to start with that, and then I'm going to build, no, I don't want to use Fragrant. I want to use Bazaar. I want to use Bazaar. There, it's gold, and I think it's going to give me the look I'm looking for. Yeah, so we'll start with Bazaar, and then we'll put Baklava in the mix at some point. So let's start with Bazaar, and let's get some of that product on the brush. You see what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and start building this. Y'all see that? Wow, the pigment is great on this. High pigment, like crazy high pigment. Like I don't even need to use a lot. High pigment on this. This is great. Yeah, I can even start on the second eye. Pigment is so great. So let's go ahead and build out this Bazaar. So I hope everybody's doing well. This is kind of like a conversation and a makeup situation. So, I just wanted to chat with you guys and let's talk about. I always have to get out there and talk about a little bit about these reality TV shows. So, yeah, we're gonna talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. And then we're gonna talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta shake up. And then we're gonna talk about the new Fox sitcom, Our Kind of People. We're gonna talk about them both. So let's start off with Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. And, you know, over the past 2 seasons, we have watched this Melody and Martell situation unfold due to his infidelity and him being caught up with a woman in a full-fledged relationship for 5 years and being married. And I think the straw that broke the camel's back was during the pandemic for Miss Melody. She said, we in the middle of the pandemic and my husband is gone out of this house for hours and hours at a time when the rest of the world had shut down. So it had further solidified for her that he was out there in them streets still doing what he had been doing. And then it became even more evident when the girl got pregnant. So you only you're only pregnant for 9 months. So that means he was out there in this pandemic doing his doggone thing, you know? Anywho, so we definitely saw that unfold, and it was sad because, to be honest, I honestly believe that Martell is still in love with Melody, but Melody, that ship has sailed for her because she had given him numerous opportunities to end that relationship. She gave him years to end that relationship, and for him to like throw it in her face, oh, she do this for me, she do that for me, she do this for me. Martell works my nerves with that right there. But anyway, we gonna talk about that. You know, they storyline has pretty much been solidified, and we're gonna get on this Marceau and Tisha tidbit because Letitia, girl, I applaud you for taking the steps and wanting to go to therapy and to kind of get to the root of some of the things that is going on in your life, and that you can possibly illuminate some things that is happening in your marriage because you understand that something is wrong, and you mentioned it and you said where there is smoke there is fire. So I'm gonna jump right back on in here to this palette. I am doing this baklava gold, and I'm gonna just kind of lay it right here. It's giving me a little bit of fallout. Not much, but it's pretty though, y'all. It's pretty. And I have my gel, where is it at? I'm gonna use this e.l.f. glitter primer because it makes it stay on. So I'm gonna put a little bit on my pinky, and then I'm gonna tap that right on in here, and then I'm gonna build on this a little bit more with that baklava. So yeah, so Tisha, I do appreciate you going to therapy, talking to Dr. Francis. And then you did kind of ambush your husband with that, but considering the type of personality Marceau is, that's all you could do, because he would not have readily gone to a therapy session. And your husband, boo. He would not have. So you did what you had to do. Do I think he walked away with any information? I don't think so, because I think Marceau has this mindset that he knows everything and nobody can tell him anything, and he's a bit on the arrogant side. So that for me is is telling enough in his behavior, And I do honestly pray that nothing comes out, because Letitia is going to be devastated. She is going to be devastated. Okay, so I got a question. I've heard them call her Letitia and then Tisha. So I don't know which one is her name. Is her name Letitia or Letitia? So anyway, Tisha got to get it together, you know, and she and I pray that she is seeing everything, and she keeping her mama out of her business, and trying to get to the root cause of her marriage issues that she's perceiving in her marriage, and the disconnect that she says she's having in her marriage, because I think that's so important that they get to the bottom of that, because they have 3 beautiful children, and they need both of their parents to be whole within the relationship, and nobody needs to go lacking in any area. But I believe more so wants to have that semblance of control, and Dr. Francis put that out there, and I have been saying that since the first season. Like, he didn't want her to work from the moment they were together, and like he felt like he needed to always be the provider, which is fine. I'm with a man wanting to be the provider, but don't try to make me solely reliant on you, because what that does is, if anything goes awry, you know, you don't have nothing in place to make sure that you're covering yourself and taking care of yourself. Because if your husband were to pass, or God forbid something bad happens, then you out there on your own, you know, and you trying to get, you know, things situated for you and your family, and you just don't ever want to set yourself up for it like that. So I'm going to use this color here, mint, to match this beautiful green I got on. And I'm using my angled brush that I got from a beauty training class I was in, y'all. Okay. It don't have no name for it. But I'm going to tap on into that mint so y'all can see it. It's a beautiful dark color. And then I'm just going to tap it right on it here and sweep it over, because I'm feeling this green. Because it's not easy being green. So, yeah. And that's how I feel about that. And Tisha and Kimmy's relationship is just, they just sister-in-laws. And Tisha wants Kimmy to be her sister. And Kimmy is trying, but Tisha wants to control the narrative of that friendship and how it should go for her, and that's not how friendships go. Yeah, you should express what you need, and you have to understand when the person that you're trying to get that specific need from tells you that that's just not their thing. They don't do those type of things. Like, Kimmy's not a person that likes to be included in group texts. I get that, because I'm that person too. I don't like to be in a group text. If you got a question to ask me directly, because I feel like I'm being put on the spot to have to answer you in a certain time frame or with a certain response. You see what I'm saying? And my response at that time might not be favorable. You see what I'm saying? And I don't think that it's fair that you put somebody on the spot in a group text, especially when you asking for the coins. Come on now. You asking for the coins. I think I deserve a singular text. But, you know, to each his own. But clearly she found out this past episode that that ain't how Kimmy roll. And Kimmy wasn't having that. Okay? So I think I'm done with this eye situation. I think I'm going to move on. And I am going to use my Wet n Wild liquid eyeliner. My Mega Liner. Can y'all see that? In the color black. And I love it because it's got like the felt tip, but it's an inkwell. So it allows me to do a great wings. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking while I try to do this wing, so I don't get it all twisted. Anyway, so yeah, so I don't know how that's gonna pan out. I don't know how that's going to pan out with Kimmy and Letitia. So, since we're talking about Kimmy and Maurice, like, okay, so Maurice and Marceau are brothers, and their mentality is pretty much the same. Maurice is not as obtuse as Marceau, but their ideologies are the same, you know. Maurice, you know, he discussed with Kimmy last season that he wanted her to stop being a nurse and concentrate on, you know, them building their family brand. And she's like, yeah, but that's your passion. That's not my passion. She loves what she does. She loves being a nurse. She loves being a clinician. And so you got to respect that. When you met her, that's what she did. Yeah, she had a little side hustle doing real estate, but that's not her 100% authentic all day, every day passion. Her passion is being a nurse. And she's done it for more than 20 plus years. And she loves doing what she's doing. And to ask her to not do that any longer, it to me is a little bit selfish. That's all I'm saying. And, you know, and they've been married, I want to say maybe 2-3 years. Maybe 3 years. Maybe a little bit longer. But dang, they ain't even get no honeymoon because he be so caught up in just the business. And he is neglecting his spouse. He's neglecting his wife. And Kimmy is so, you know, pulled in with it. She doesn't, you know, really respond harshly. But she does stand up for herself, and she does point out some of the things that he does, but I don't think he even gets it. I don't even think that it clicks. Now, what I will say is I think it clicked when another man said it. When Dr. Francis said it to them in that little therapy session that him and Martell had. And he said to Martell, this man has 2 wives. His wife in the work. And the wife is taking the hit because of the work. Kimmy is suffering. And that ain't how it should go. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take care of home. I'm cleaning this up a little bit, y'all. Because I got a lot of glitter going on. Yep, so, I'm looking like Cleopatra Jones over here. Cleopatra over here. So now that I done blurred that out, I gotta extend this wing over here. Oh, Lord. That was not the intent. Anyway, but yeah, but I love Kimmy and Maurice. Out of the group, they are the most level head, but again, they have their challenges. So let's ease on down this road of the couples in this group. Now the newbies. Tiffany be working my nerve. I'm gonna tell you that much. Cause she does not know how, like Destiny said, read the room. She does not know how to read the room, and she constantly be putting her foot in her mouth. And I be like, Mel, let that tub sit on its own bottom. That girl been opening up her mouth. Let her get the wrath of whomever got something to say to her. Point blank in the period, you trying to cover her. Now let her feel all of that. Let her feel that. Let her feel all of that. That's all I'm saying. But that's all right. Maybe her and Destiny will come to a happy medium. But Tiffany needs to learn how to stay in her lane and read the room. Because she do be coming with the messiness. Honey, I would be like, what? Who let her in? That's all I be saying. Now, I like Lewis. Now, I like her husband, Lewis. He seemed to be a real laid-back, cool cat. So, I'm here for Lewis. Lewis seems to be cool. You know, he's cool. He's cool with me. Lewis is cool with me. But Lewis You better get your wife together, honey, because these women ain't no joke here. These some alpha women, and they're not playing. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my lash situation together. I'm doing the Super Stronghold Lash Glue by IMB. Here it is. Here it is. And I am going to put my lash glue on my lashes, and then we will come back and start in on the foundation. Okay, lashes are on. So anyway, like I was saying, yeah, so you know, that's Love and Marriage Huntsville. You know, the season finale is this weekend, so we will see. I hydrated my face already, but for some reason it still feels a little dry. So next I am going to go ahead and put my primer on her. I'm using Hard Candy's Perfecting Primer. And I like this because it's so smoothie. It makes it go on so smooth. And so yeah. So the cash shakeup with what's that show called? Atlanta Housewives. I haven't watched Atlanta Housewives in a minute. Because Nene wasn't on it last season. And the season that Nene hasn't been on, it's been trash. And last season, I don't watch it. It's been trash. And so, y'all know Cynthia Bailey is gone. That Portia Williams is gone. And Portia is having her own little spinoff show. Dealing with her engagement to Simon, honey. Now, that's what I'm going to watch. You know, I ain't really interested in Atlanta Housewives. Because outside of that, the rest of them are boring. I could do without them. Anyway, so I'm going to go in and try to do something really light. I got a new foundation stick, and it is the Pour Perfect Foundation Stick Flower by Flower. That's Drew Barrymore's Flower. And the color that I got, it don't even say it on here. Yeah, it don't say what color it is. Anyway, it has this blur stick, you know. If you want to blur out any imperfections. And then you got this foundation stick, which is what I've been using to kind of conceal my under eyes. So I'm just going in there. And here, and here. And going very lightly down the nose. And next I am going to go in with my Maybelline Matte Poreless Foundation, Fit Me Foundation. And I'm going to pour a little bit in my little wells. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Oh Lord, that's too much. No, that's too much. I use this. I'm like, ooh, that's too much. I can tell it's too much. Ooh. Ooh, that's a lot. I poured too much in, y'all. I ain't got no time to be wasting no cosmetics now. So I'm going to also use my Black Radiance concealer stick in the number 8803. Go high and wide. Yep, now we can go on in with this foundation. I'm going to put a little bit here. See how that works. Anyway, so we will see. I'm using my BH Cosmetic Foundation brush number 116. We will see, y'all. I ain't gonna watch. I don't know if I'm gonna watch. I'm not interested in watching Atlanta Housewives. They're adding, I think Allison Felix. If it ain't Allison Felix, it's Sonia Richardson. I think it's Sonia Richardson. They're adding Sonia Richardson to the cast. The Olympic gold medalist. You know, her husband is a former NFL ball player. So they're adding her to the lineup. And they're keeping Kenya. So since Kenya and Candy are all besties now, I guess. And then they are finally giving Marlo a peach So we will see how that storyline plays out. And I think that's the only reason why I would do any margin of watching it, just to see what they're going to build on that, you know, since she now has her nephew. So she's Mom T now. So she's raising her nephew. So we will see how that goes. I'll probably tune in just for that. But outside of that, I think that little fizzlement has gone on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think that it's a wrap. I think they should have went out do this last season and brought back all the original cast members and went out with a bang and called it a day. That's just me personally. But that ain't what happened. So anywho, moving on from that, I want to chat about Our Kind of People. So let's talk about this show right here. Because when it first aired, I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, I don't know, because the character Angela was just a little too thirsty for me and just so hell-bent on getting into this society. And I am a proponent of reading the room, like my girl Destiny said. Read the room, find out how the people are before you try to bogart your way in. Just kind of just rest. You new in town, you ain't been there but 3 days, and you already trying to get in and fit in and all that stuff. And then for her, now legally, Leah Franklin could sue Angela because she took her DNA without her consent and ran a DNA test. So legally she could, but we'll see how that goes. And y'all know Joe Martin is always gonna be Papa Pope for me. Teddy Franklin is Papa Pope. He will always be Papa Pope forever and always. Always and forever. But yeah, I love his character. I love his character because he is absolutely and positively ruthless. He is a crude and shrewd businessman, and he don't care. He said, I have built this empire, and I ain't gonna let nobody, I don't care who they are, friend or foe, take it down. And I'm getting caught up because I only watched the first 2 episodes and I was kind of turned off because Angela was just doing the most for me. But I watched the last 2 episodes, and I'm like, okay, this storyline's starting to build a little bit, because it felt like they was just trying to do too much with the storyline. Like, I was like, y'all can't tell everybody's story at the same time. But it's building. It's doing all right. So we're gonna see. We're gonna give it a little more. We're going to give it a little more breath. So let me go ahead and start mattifying this a little bit. And I am using my Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette. And it is the Caramel Toffee palette. And I'm using this under my eyes. Try to mattify this out a little bit. Do that on my chin too, and in this area where I put that foundation, and on my forehead. So yeah, a little bit there too. So that's how I feel about Our Kind of People, and I'm giving it a chance. It's an all black cast, you know, Lance Gross, Morris Chestnut, what is her name? Yaya DeSoto, I think that's her name, but don't have me lying. And my girl, I really like her. I can't think of her name, but she's playing the one of the main characters, Miss Franklin, the daughter. Lord, I can't think of her name on the show either. Anyway, but I like her as an actress. Now I'm going to go in with my Black Radiance pressed powder in the color Ebony. And I am going to use my e.l.f. stippling brush to go in and kind of build out a little bit here. But yeah, that's how I feel about that whole little situation. We will see, honey. We will see. We will see. But yeah, so And then I think this last episode that I watched, that Mr. Franklin, if y'all, well, I ain't gonna give it to you if y'all ain't started watching it, but it comes on Tuesdays on Fox. I believe it come on at 8, 8 Central Time. So yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm here for the all black cast and everything. I'm interested, and so I'm gonna stick and stay with them. I'm gonna watch them. I watched the episodes, got caught up on Hulu last night, so I'm gonna stick with them. I'm gonna stick with them and try to give them a pass and try to see where they're going with. This is a Lee Daniels production. So I am using my Black Radiance Artisan Color Baked Blush. Jeez, I can't never say that. It's a tongue twister. Artisan Color Baked Blush Palette in the color Warm Berry. And I'm going to go in and warm up those cheeks a little bit. And then I am going to use my Wet n Wild Cat Suit Liquid Cat Suit matte lipstick in the color Goth Topic, because this is fall. Ooh. Very fall-esque. Now y'all know we ain't going nowhere, and we ain't wearing no mask, so. I like it because it's matte and it stays on. Even with the mask. Look at God. Anyway, so yeah. So that's my take on those things. And I'm glad y'all let me chat it up, because I think this was going to be long because I talked. But yeah, I'm going to go in with my Hard Candy Bold Mascara in the color Black, and I'm gonna just work on this bottom lash line. Yep, and I am going to set my face with my Hard Candy Matte Sure Envy Setting Spray. Has a blue top. I think they changed the packaging on this. I bought several of these, so I think they changed the packaging on it. And so that's it. That's it on this. Honey, let's go ahead and let it dry down. And we'll come back and see what the final situation is looking like. Okay, guys, so that concludes today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure that you hit that thumbs up, and also make sure you hit that notification bell if you are already a subscriber. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the family. I'll be happy to have you. So I'm sending love and light to you and yours. And please remember to be kinder than necessary, because you never know what someone is going through. Bye, and I'll see you guys in our next video. My future is bigger, brighter. Now that I removed the cloud